Lesson 6. I am not the mind. Welcome to this lesson. Upon consideration that you are not your constantly changing physical body, some may say, well then, I am my mind. Let's examine this in 2 steps. The brain, the mind. Step 1. The brain. Many people consider their mind is part of the brain. In fact, some scientists equate the mind with the chemical and electrical features in the brain. But the mind and brain are different. So let's begin with assessing the brain. First of all, you can see the brain. The surgeon can operate on the brain. In an autopsy, the brain can be removed from the skull. The brain is made of billions of cells and is a complex organ that is akin to a complicated highway system of nerves that connect your brain to the rest of your body, so communication can occur in split seconds. But your brain is not a rigid organ. Scientists have concluded that the molecules within the cells are completely renewed every 3 days. This means that your brain, that mass of matter which is contained in your skull today, is not the same brain that was in your skull last week. That's interesting. Just like you are not the other constantly changing parts of the body, you are not your continuously changing brain. You are the user of your brain. Step 2. The mind. While you may understand that you are not the physical body, including the brain, is the mind part of the brain or separate? And are you the mind? No, the mind is different from the brain. You can't see or touch the mind. It is composed of finer material matter than the brain and other parts of the physical body. And we will discuss this further on in this lesson. However, just as we say your body or your brain, we also say your mind. You, the self, are the viewer, the witness of the mind's activities. You can watch the mind, much like a person watches a movie. And just like when we watch a movie, we get caught up in it, feeling happy, sad, distressed, motivated, and so on. And it all seems so real while we are watching the movie. Other times we don't want to watch the movies of the mind because we need to concentrate on our task at hand, such as when we are sitting for an exam or when we are driving a car and so on. If the mind keeps wandering off, we must drag it back to what we are currently doing. When the mind is being unruly, who is trying to discipline it? The attempt to control your mind illustrates that the mind is not you, the self. Your mind is your possession, just as your physical body is your possession. Your mind is yours, it's not you. The mind is not composed of cells that can be observed with a microscope, but is described in yoga texts as part of the subtle material body. We have 2 material bodies, the outer, which we can see with our eyes, or smaller parts with a microscope. This is called a gross material body. And we have a finer, more subtle body that includes the mind. The physical body is compared to outer garments, and the subtle body is compared to undergarments. And then there is you, the person who is wearing both the outer and undergarments. But just consider for a moment. A person doesn't identify, I am a red dress, or I am white underwear, but instead identifies, I am the person wearing these clothes. If a person erroneously identified with their clothes, then they would be considered foolish. People would advise them, there's so much more to who you are. You are so much more valuable than just a dress or underwear. Similarly, if we identify only with our body and mind, then our real inherent value is not recognized or treasured. Another point to consider is that our physical senses of taste, sight, smell, and so on are very demanding. For example, we might smell freshly cooked bread as we walk past a bakery and quickly find ourselves inside buying bagels that 5 minutes ago we had no need of. However, our mind is considered even stronger and more demanding than the senses. While we may sometimes disregard the hankerings of the senses, we place great importance on desires that arise from our mind, no matter how harmful or difficult to achieve these desires are. Life then becomes a journey of chasing one desire, one aspiration after another. But just consider, our desires might last for a few moments, or weeks, or even years, but they inevitably change or disappear as time goes by. Even if we attain what we desired, we begin to feel some dissatisfaction, and soon, like a donkey chasing a carrot on a stick, we start planning to acquire something else. When you contemplate all these factors, you begin to understand what drives advertising, social media, envy, and so on. But if you consider that you are the witness to the mind and the constant factor throughout the ever-changing body, then who are you? What is your essence? We will investigate this crucial question in Lesson 7.